This is the last. Look, y'all. This is the last XYZ podcast of the year, man. You know what I'm saying? So
what do you
know what? We're gonna, before we even get into anything, we just gotta introduce. You know how we've been doing our new thing of the missing player on the milk carton, right? Well, we've been doing missing player of the week. We did missing player of the month. We gotta do missing player of the year. So, for your 2025 missing player of the year, none other than your boy, Joel Embiid.
Indeed, it's Embiid.
Indeed, it's Embiid. Joel Embiid is your 2025 missing player of the year. Went from being in conversations with Jokic to just being an average player.
Yeah. 21 points a game looks nice on paper, but when you are averaging 31, 32
I mean, I can see Nas. I see Nas Reed doing that.
6.5 rebounds, 44%.
Yeah, I mean, Nas Reed could do that if you know, you made him.
And only playing 13 games this year, 19 last year.
Man went from being in conversations with Jokic to you have not heard one since. No. Now it's Wemby and Jokic. He literally got his place taken by Wemby already. So you're missing, and unfortunately, I don't think you're coming back. I don't think you're coming back, man. But
Kawhi Leonard said, "Get out on the court."
No, that's a crazy one. I almost picked Kawhi, y'all. That's the crazy thing about it is I literally almost picked Kawhi for it.
But he balled out the other night.
He did. Yeah. I'll say
he's gonna hibernate now until next season.
It's gonna take. I'm probably gonna take about what? Maybe give him
load management.
Yeah, 10-game load management.
Yeah, we'll see him in February.
Exactly.
See you in February,
Let me
Kawhi.
get that chat going on in here, man. There we go.
All right.
Somebody said Cade's playing great. You know what I'm saying? Cade is playing good.
Cade?
Cade.
Oh, Cade is.
And we're not talking about Klubnik.
No, not Cade Klubnik, man. We ain't talking about Clemson.
But since we got the NBA started, let's start it off with NBA, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with the NBA right now,
I was at the ultimate high a week ago. For me.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Ultimate high a week ago.
Yeah.
Spurs, in 12 days, beat OKC 3 times. Like, man, they have arrived. The next 2 games. San Antonio, man.
What are you doing?
This is youth. So this is why the Spurs are a couple years away.
A couple.
Next
year?
I think 2 things. One, they need to make baby steps into the playoffs.
Nah. Wemby wants to win right now.
Well, then they better play better.
You know who wants to win right now? Victor Wembanyama.
Well, then play better. The whole team's got to play better.
Is he even? He's still on the bench, isn't he?
No, he started the other night, but I looked at something.
I think he's just got to get in the swing of things right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with the Spurs, I feel like with the NBA in general, you know, you're gonna have the ups and downs. But as long as they don't start going on a losing streak and bounce back from it, they'll be fine. He said, "I got the Spurs winning a chip, but they don't have experience against the Knicks team." Bro, please don't tell me you're a Knicks fan, bro. Please, bro. Please don't.
The Knicks.
The Knicks. Please, just this whole thing with the Knicks, man.
The Knicks better win soon.
Yeah.
Because Cade Cunningham is about to take over the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
Detroit, for all I thought that Orlando was going to be, Detroit is putting together a squad.
He's saying that the Knicks have a chip on their shoulder, which I guess they do because they won that little freaking. It wasn't like a championship, but what was it?
The in-season tournament.
That in-season tournament thing. So I guess I understand what he's saying as they got that chip, but it's not the same. I also don't think that Knicks team could beat OKC.
Well, I don't think
the Knicks could beat OKC 3 times like the Spurs did.
I don't think they can get past Detroit. I think everybody needs to not sleep on Detroit.
Oh yeah,
because when they match up, one of the things about Detroit is Jalen Duren inside. Dude is tough.
Yeah, I think they're a more physical team than the Knicks.
Well, Cade Cunningham is like a healthy physical LaMelo Ball.
They're gonna need OG to ball out.
Yes.
They are.
And I just don't know. The thing about him is I don't know if he'll ball out that way in a series 4 games out of 7. Like if he does it in 3 out of 7, you got to figure in a series you're going to have a couple games where Cat, especially if Cat's playing a physical center, if he's playing a physical against Detroit. I think I'm picking Detroit to come out just because I think they match up.
In Orlando.
I think Detroit's better right now. I think Cade Cunningham is putting his stamp on to be the best healthy player right now in the East.
Yeah.
Obviously Giannis is still the best player, but he's been injured.
Do you think Giannis is going anywhere? Do you think in 2026 we'll see Giannis on a different team?
I could still see him getting traded.
Do you think before the deadline, or do you think next season?
I think before the deadline. I think right at the deadline, somebody's going to make a move.
I think the Warriors should try it. I don't know how.
I think somebody's going to make a
move.
move.
Who would get it? Like, how? Yeah. I mean, I just feel like at this point, like, I think they just got to move on from each other. I think
the problem is that most of the teams, they're going to want young assets that I don't think a lot of teams want to give up. Like
the
Atlanta
and OKC, Spurs.
Well, yeah. OKC has a trove of picks. Like if OKC wanted to do it, they could give up.
Should.
No, I don't either. But they could give up Chet, one of their wings, the unprotected pick they have next year. They could give up a trove of picks and only 2 players.
And the thing is, because I hate it, because it's like when you have like an elite player, but you don't have a built team around it. It's just no point of having that player on that team, I feel like, after a point. I feel like they went to the finals. What was that? Back in like 21 or 22? Was that 21, right? That was 21?
Yeah.
Back in 21. And, I mean, they just haven't been able to, like, figure it out. It just seems like each year they've gotten worse and worse since that. And I think for, like, the betterment of both of them, it's just best to part ways. But I just don't know how. Because he's still Giannis, you know what I'm saying? But
for everybody that wants him to go to the Knicks,
but he's not as young as he was before.
But not just that. For all this talk about the Knicks fans, I got to tell you, we've seen that movie before. Giannis, Dame, Giannis, Brunson.
Yeah,
that is not a match made in heaven. If Giannis is going to win, he has to be with a guard that would accept.
That's why Drew Holiday worked so
That's
good.
why Drew Holiday was amazing.
He worked so good because Drew Holiday could still score a little bit, but he also gave, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had like that, how do I say it? It was that good mixture with him. Even when Chris Middleton, even though, like, towards the end he wasn't playing as good, but that Chris Middleton that, like, had that shooting, you know, he had like that mid-range and 3, and then you always had Brook Lopez in the corner knocking down.
Yes, so Houston to me doesn't work because you still put Giannis on a team with no point guard.
Yeah, he needs a pass-first guard.
He needs a pass-first guard.
He does. But the thing is, though, I think that could still work with Curry because I don't think Curry is a.
Well, I think it would. It wouldn't work with Curry. It would work with Draymond.
Yeah.
Right, because Curry will play without the ball and defer. Brunson is not the type of guy that's going to
I'm saying that I think it would work with the Warriors because I feel like, well, there's no Draymond without Curry and there's no Curry without Draymond.
Yes, but
they're
Curry's already shown that he can play with another star.
Yeah, KD,
and be fine. Dame wouldn't do it. I know damn good and well Jalen Brunson.
I mean, you watch the freaking Knicks game and he has the ball 95% of the time.
I could see Cade Cunningham doing it. I just don't know who else has the roster
and who would be willing to break that roster apart.
Yeah, I don't see the Spurs. I used to think the Spurs would be willing to part ways with De'Aaron Fox, but he has shown to be the most clutch player. Like,
I mean, he's a good, nice vet that has experience.
Above nice vet. Like, I forgot how good he
elite.
was.
He's elite.
Yeah.
He's an elite guard. I mean, he's still he's
young still. He's
still
27.
He's still easily maybe like a top 7 guard, maybe even 6 in the league right now.
Yeah, I forgot how good he played because until Harper and Castle can hit the 3 better, they desperately need him.
Yeah, that's he literally comes in there. What does he do? He knocks down his shots.
Yes.
I mean, he makes that shit look effortless.
That's the weakness of the Spurs right now is shooting the 3.
Yeah.
But you're not moving on from Castle and Harper.
No.
You're giving them 2 or 3 years to really learn how to, and I think they'll both develop the shot. I think they both have the work ethic, the type of personality.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know who's a fit because if he went to the Knicks, you're going to have to give up. If you're not going to give up Cat and Brunson, which you're not, I don't think they'd want to give up one of them. You're going to have to gut the rest of the team.
Yeah, and then
you'd have to trade OG Anunoby. You'd have to trade the whole rest of the roster to get Giannis.
Yeah,
you'd basically have three big time players and a bunch of G leaguers.
Yeah, he was saying that that Harper would just need about 2 to 3 more years under his feet, and he's gonna be nice.
Oh, Harper's gonna be
I think the thing is watching Harper and Castle play, man. They already play like they've been in the league.
They
play like they're in their 24 to 27 stage.
Yes, they just need to both of them develop.
It's just the thing that I love watching about them that makes me go like, damn, is that the way they get to the rim, the way they get that, like, you don't just just see players doing that, especially like the way they get to the rim, and like the way that they have their shifty moves getting to it, and like they're finishing with it. I mean,
and they do it a little different way, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, with that's something you can't really teach. That's flat out skill.
Yeah,
that's skill of like,
Harper's ball skill in the lane is amazing, and Castle has a nice euro, but then he just gets to the rim and he bullies at the very end. He just really
loves getting that contact with it, and I think that's a good mixture.
Yeah, so
they were already both league ready, but let's get on to what's it called? The NCAA.
Let's get. Yes, I made a few notes here. So let's talk a little football.
Let's talk some football. Football.
Let's start with 3 games for tomorrow. Okay. So we've got. I'm going to start out. This all has some Big Ten flavor since Nebraska's in the Big Ten. We're going to start with Iowa Vanderbilt. Mm-hmm. Vanderbilt had a really good season. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be a homer and go Big Ten on most of this. I'm going to take Iowa over Vanderbilt.
I'm taking Vanderbilt.
All right. So we'll see what we got. Next up, meat chicken.
What the fuck? Wait. What? Hey, hold on. What?
Michigan, meat chicken.
Bro, say it again.
Meat chicken.
Bro. Ayo, bro. Ayo. Pause on that.
What?
Pause.
2 teams I dislike.
Meat chicken? Meat chicken?
Yeah.
What? What? All right, bro. So who is it? It's who?
Michigan and your favorite team, the team you love, the Texas Longhorns.
What? He said you got to say pause, Unc. Damn.
Oh, man.
I'll say...
I'm
taking. I mean, yeah.
I'm taking UT.
I'm taking UT too.
Yeah,
you really close to the screen.
I'm taking UT only because.
Yeah, I'm taking UT too, because I just feel like they did not have the greatest season of what I thought they were gonna have, but I still don't think that they're a pretty good team, and I think.
And they didn't have the scandal that Michigan went through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how Michigan's gonna. Yeah.
They got a good new coach, but that's going to be a transition.
Michigan, like you said, Michigan always sells the games anyways.
Yeah. So next up, my Huskers.
Nebraska versus...
Who have not been good.
Nebraska versus Utah, huh?
The Utes.
Them
Utes. The Utes had a good record, but their coach...
No Dylan Raiola.
We didn't have him anyway. He's been gone. He's stalking Mahomes right now.
Probably is.
So
you need to stop doing that, bro. You need to stop doing that.
I'm gonna 100% take the homer.
If I see you in a Texas Tech uniform next year, You're the number one Glazer of 2026.
So I'm going to be a homer pick and take Nebraska over Utah.
Okay.
They lost their coach. They lost their way.
That's true.
We got rid of the most important thing that we got rid of was Raiola's uncle on the offensive line that I've been wanting him gone as the coach.
Yeah.
Since Frost was there.
And I think that, this team, because not a lot of players entered the transfer portal for us, did they?
The one that mattered is not so much the portal, but Emmett Johnson, who balled out, is sitting out because he doesn't want to get injured before the draft.
I feel that.
And I'm fine. He carried us most of the year. Without him, we probably would have lost 2 more games. Yeah. So I respect that. I'm not against players at the end of their career.
I still think we can win, though. It's Utah.
Utah's tough, but I think losing their coach mattered.
Yeah, that does. 100%.
And 100%, that's my homer pick. So next, we discussed this a week ago.
Yeah, we did.
But we're going to discuss it again because the games start this week. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give you another opportunity. I know we both think Ohio State's going to slap Miami. Just all over the field. Just like that.
Hold on. They finna do that. They finna do that.
We both think Indiana's going to take care of Alabama Light, right?
You said what?
Alabama Light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's belt. That's belt.
They're just not the same team.
That's belt.
I think we both think Georgia's going to win. I think it would have been a tighter game, but I think the coaching change with Georgia and Ole Miss definitely swings it firmly in the favor of Georgia.
Yes, damn.
Firmly.
And the thing is, I feel like Ole Miss is the better team.
I think so.
I think they're.
But I don't think. I think the turmoil of the coaching change matters.
Yeah, because didn't all their players enter the?
Some did, but I think the game that we all want to see is Texas Tech.
Okay.
Against Oregon. And I go back and forth every day on this game, man.
Who you think's gonna win that one? Who's gonna win that one, bro?
As of today, Oregon. I'm still going Oregon. And when I say still, since 5 minutes ago. Ask me tomorrow, I might say Tech. But write it down, I'm going to take Oregon.
You're taking Oregon?
I gotta pick a team and go with it.
I'm taking Tech.
Well, there we go. That's better.
I'm taking Tech. You know why I'm taking Tech?
Why are you taking Tech?
They ain't played it. Understand that Tech hasn't played a team like Oregon, but I feel like it's more of that Oregon hasn't played a team like Tech, if you know what I mean.
You talking about guys that just walked out of the cow field and haven't cleaned their boots yet, or what are you talking about? That kind of team?
No, I think that Oregon has played a lot of good teams this season.
A lot of good teams, man.
You know, they almost came down and beat Indiana, but I think a lot of things also come down to matchups, and
that is a distinct different team. You have a physical team in Tech with the defensive line.
Tech's team is so just. I think with Oregon, you know, they are an exclusive like speedster team. You know what I'm saying? They outperform you with like their speed of their game. Even their pacing of their offense is always in hurry up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I want to see how their linebacker does in space with Oregon.
And I do think that can also be played to an advantage if they do play it like that with their players. Tech's defense being more bigger and physical, if they play faster, they can use that to their advantage. But if they let Tech beat them up, I think that Tech can take over the edge for them in the long run.
All right.
If they can slow them down. If they can slow down
the offense. You got Tech, I got Oregon.
I think if Tech can slow down their offense, then I think that they'll take the edge. I think it's gonna be a close game though.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be a close game.
I think it's gonna
contrasting styles, so it ought to be fun.
I think that the matchup is Oregon's offense and Texas Tech's defense is gonna be like the key matchups right there.
So you got Mikey, I got Jelani. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
All right. Write it down. So let's go to the National Football League.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because this league right now makes no sense.
Yeah, you're right. You know what doesn't make sense either? Why is the 49ers with no players left on their team up there, and they might win the Super Bowl. They might win the Super Bowl.
Because their quarterback is pretty good.
He is.
He is pretty good.
He's not no game manager.
Yes, he is pretty good.
There's no Brandon Ayuk, no Fred Warner. Who else? I know they missing a bunch of other players too.
I printed out the power rankings going into the last week. The top 4 teams in the power rankings are Seattle, New England with the second-year quarterback. So Seattle with somebody they got off the dollar rack, right? They went to Ross Dress for Less and got a shirt for like $3.
The thing is with Sam Darnold, we seen what he did with the Vikings and how they performed in the regular season, but then you saw
playoffs. We'll see if he.
And that matters. That does matter. See if some players can perform in the regular season.
100%.
Lamar Jackson, and then can't perform in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson.
All right. So we have Sam Darnold. We have Drake May, Bo Nix, 2 really good young quarterbacks. Drake May, I think, definitely better than Nix, but young nonetheless. And Brock Purdy are the top 4 teams right now in the power rankings.
Yeah.
The Rams, I kept thinking are going to be. They're too up. The whole league is up and down. The irony is, the bottom teams in the power rankings are the Panthers, Bucks, Steelers, Ravens, and they actually are each playing. The Panthers and Bucks are playing for who makes the playoffs.
And so are the Steelers and Ravens. Yeah.
So two sets of team, two matchups of 4 teams that guess where they're going. Guess where? They all have bus tickets to go nowhere. No matter who wins on Sunday.
Yeah.
The Ravens, Steelers aren't going anywhere. The Bucks, Panthers aren't going anywhere. None of them are going anywhere, man. None of them are. I tried to justify. I tried to be a homer and think, boy, we could make a run. I tried my best to be a homer.
Aaron Rodgers.
And then
Aaron Rodgers.
Somebody tell me why the whole game we don't throw to Freiermuth. And I'm not like glazing and acting like Freiermuth is like this super fantastic player.
No, but I mean,
but he's above solid.
When we're talking about this is the last drive, right?
And he'd had
we needed a TD to tie it. We are what? We went like damn near like 60 plus yards down the field. All 3 passes to Freiermuth.
Then we get down to the 9.
We get down to the 9. We're in the goal line. We got our chances to go, right?
And what do we do?
What do we do? We throw it to the same guy 3 times. And not only do we do that.
On practice squad.
Not only do we do that, but 2 of those plays, that receiver did the wrong route. He just stopped. He just gave up, bro.
So I just keep looking at the teams going into the playoffs. Jacksonville.
I'm not gonna lie. Even though Jacksonville is doing good, Trevor Lawrence is still butt. He is, bro. That man, I'm not gonna lie. And then watching the Steelers, it's just. I mean, that's
I think the 2 best teams in the AFC. I think Houston's playing well.
They have been going on a little run.
Yes.
No, they have been, and it's getting perfect timing for that too.
Yes.
You start going on a run.
So
right
that's the whole thing is when do you start to peak? It doesn't matter
because really how the NFL is now, it's divided into like 3 sections of the season.
Yes.
You have to hit on at least 2 of those 3 to be able to. And the beginning of this. So the most important one is always the last section of the season.
But right now, like San Fran's playing really well.
So first, in my opinion, each season, each like split of the 3 of the seasons, like split game, like because I feel like there's 3 split parts of the season, and I feel like the first part of the season doesn't really matter as much.
No.
Because you're just getting like the first like 5 or 6 games, you're kind of getting into the swing of things, but then like you get on to like the next like halfway point, right? And I feel like if you're still not playing to that level, you're not, your season's pretty much done. So if you're playing, you start catching a little edge, you start winning some games in that section, then that's good. But I feel like the last part of the season, it kind of is your deciding factor of how like the season may end. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's been like the unpredictability of like this season. It's like whoever's gonna be hot right now is probably gonna have the highest chance of.
Houston's won 8 in a row.
Yeah, so I feel like
8 in a row.
I feel like with Houston having that, they're the favorites right now.
Jacksonville's won 7.
The Bears lost to the Niners, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
That was a good game.
It was.
I think I will say Caleb Williams is improving. I think it's going to still take him a couple. He's not the guy that they made him out to be when he came into the league.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what people do. They overhype everybody. That doesn't mean he's not going to be a great quarterback as he develops. But they acted like he was going to be that guy the day he stepped on the field.
He's.
And I've got my biases. I liked C.J. Stroud, and I thought he got unnecessary hate last year because the team didn't play well because he had no receivers. Like, he was a young quarterback, came off a great year, and had no receivers to throw to. Yeah. So I still like C.J. Stroud. I still have an issue with Trevor Lawrence.
I don't. Yeah. Somebody just said. Somebody said Diggs is wildin'. You saw that shit with Stephon.
What?
So his brother just got released, Trevon Diggs.
Yeah, I saw that with Dallas.
And then, Stephon Diggs is probably done for the season for some charges. So that might affect the Patriots.
Yeah, that'll definitely affect the Patriots. I think right now Houston's playing as good as any team in the league. Their defense is playing well. And San Francisco, out of the blue, man, they have put everything together.
It's starting to click for them.
Yes.
I think that's going to be another team that could make a good run in the playoffs. If
yes.
Brock Purdy's playing this way, 100%.
San Fran.
I'm not going to lie. If Brock Purdy's playing this way, I think he would be the favorite because he has experience of playing in the Super Bowl. And I think that
they've won 6 in a row.
Yeah, and I think he knows he's gotten there. You know what I'm saying?
So the question is, do you trust Sam Darnold to make a run in the playoffs?
No. We've already seen Brock do it.
So
in his first season, we've seen him do it.
It's going to be. Can the Rams put stuff back together?
No, that's not happening.
It's too late. Maybe that's my.
It's too late.
Maybe my bandwagon picks of San Fran and Houston.
Yeah.
Purdy against Stroud. I could see New England making a run. I definitely don't trust.
I don't know if New England can do it now without Diggs.
No, I don't. I definitely don't want the Broncos to go.
We see what happens when you don't have your best receiver as a Steelers fan.
Yeah. And we had no number 2, no number 3. We had a number 1, a 7, an 8, and a 9 is what we have on our roster.
Somebody said, "Let's go, fuck them Chiefs."
The Chiefs.
Any A, B, C.
Anybody but Chiefs.
Oh, anybody but Chiefs. Let's get a clap up for that, man. Hold on. Wait. We really need like a clap up for that. Come on. ABCs. Anybody but Chiefs.
So what do we got?
What do we got?
Let's the Panthers and the Bucks. Who do you have to win that game and go into the playoffs and get knocked out in the first round?
The Panthers or the Bucks?
Yeah, who's going to win that game and then turn around the next week and get slapped around?
I think the Bucks will win.
The Bucks will win, get the obligatory ticket to get in the playoffs and lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Steelers and Ravens?
Steelers and Ravens. 2 teams with 2 coaches that love to have awful game plans more than anything. So my prediction is...
I'm taking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Steelers for one reason.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm only taking it for one reason.
I'm just kidding, bro.
So here's my reason.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Mike Tomlin's goal is to come out and have a bad game plan.
Yeah.
He's going to have a bad game plan. But Harbaugh is going to say, hold my beer. Hey, we gave the ball 36 times to Derrick Henry. He's going to get the ball 12 times against the Steelers. Inexplicitly, they're going to think, oh, the Steelers can't stop the run, so let's throw the ball. Derrick Henry's going to have an awful game, not because he didn't run the ball well, but because Harbaugh wants to make sure he can prove that he can call as bad of a game plan as Mike Tomlin.
Come on, bro. You know what? I don't know. I think the Steelers are gonna just figure out a way. I mean, we're kind of cooked right now. We lost we lost Darnell Washington and DK.
Can we call this the game the past our coaching prime matchup? Is that really what
I think? I'm gonna say this. I think whoever loses is either cut or is gonna retire. I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think whoever coach loses, this will be their last time coaching for that team.
I can see the Ravens maybe because
you didn't hear what Mike Tomlin said?
What did Mike Tomlin say?
He said if they lose this game and don't make playoffs, this would probably be his last game with the Steelers. He said that.
He said it or AI said it?
He said
it.
So yeah, I think whoever loses this will,
What if we swap coaches?
Fuck no.
What if we swap quarterbacks?
Can we get Lamar Jackson? I was about to say, can we get Lamar Jackson? But hey.
All right.
But hey, good. You know what I'm saying? You know how to wear the LeBron jerseys, LeBron's birthday, GOAT
LeBron James?
LeBron James, dude. But hey, you know what I'm saying? This was the last podcast
See you next year.
2025, man. This man already want to leave y'all, man.
See you next year.
He ready to go. Uncle ready to go to sleep, man.
It's past my bedtime, man.
But hey,
you got to know.
I appreciate y'all for coming on here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got bigger things planned, man, for 2026, man. Let's get it, man. Woo! You feel me? It's your boy, Jay, for real. And who am I here with, man?
OGG, baby.
XYZ.
Let's bring it.
Y'all have a great New Year's, man, and a great rest of y'all's night. We are out.